Now to a CBS News exclusive, we're joined by two heroic passengers from the deadly Air Canada runway crash at LaGuardia the other day. As we all know, dozens were hurt, and unfortunately, both the pilots died that day when the plane collided with a fire truck after landing. Rebecca Liquori and Rachel Mariotti worked together to remove the emergency exit door to help get the passengers off the plane. Other passengers say this about these two, that their quick thinking helped get them off the plane. Just moments ago, they saw each other for the first time since that night in our green room since Sunday. Oh, that's nice, you guys. The two, we can say, have remained in touch, but this is the first time that they saw each other again up close and personal. Boy, Rebecca, your face kind of says it all. Rachel and Rebecca, it's great to have you. Rebecca, your face says it all, because you guys were in the exit row. Set the scene for us. You're side by side. You're one in front of the other. Where were you?
We were side by side. I was right by the exit door, and she was right next to me. And when we were descending, we started experiencing really bad turbulence, and I got very nervous, and I grabbed her arm. And we were strangers. We didn't know each other. And she looked at me, and I was like, oh, my God, she's going to think I'm crazy. And I just turned to her, and I said, I'm sorry. I'm just really scared. And she said, me too. And she said, it's OK, we can hold each other. And we comforted each other into the collision of the crash.
When the plane hit the ground, when it landed, did you instantly know you were in trouble? What did you think in that moment, Rachel?
Well, I'm happy you recalled that, because I don't remember what I said. I mean, I was happy that I remember you grabbing me, and I was happy that we were holding on to each other. And like I was talking to my dad, and he said that there were 6 seconds between the landing and the crash, and it didn't feel like that. I don't know. My time frames are all messed up. But yeah, the landing is the landing. Sometimes you have tough landings, but then the impact of the fire truck, which we didn't know what was going on, we all flung forward, and luckily our seats are in the exit row, so we weren't banging our head against the seat in front of us. That's when we were holding on to each other. I was looking out the window, flying forward, looking out the window. Are we going to spin out of control? It was scary.
But you grabbed the door, though, Rachel. Rebecca, you pulled the door out.
I did. I pulled the door out, and it was very heavy. So protocol is for you to throw it out the window. I was so panicked, I didn't remember that part. But I did open the door, and Rachel helped me move it out of the way so that all of the passengers on our side could get out. And her phone was thrown forward, and she was trying to look for it, but we didn't have
Rachel,
enough time.
You're trying to look for your phone.
Yeah, that's a message to everybody. Who cares about your phone? I mean, we all had a moment where people were like, should we get our luggage? It wasn't pure chaos right when we landed. I had a moment to maneuver the door around. I give credit to Rebecca for getting that door off. I don't know what I would have done.
Giving credit
to
that.
Honestly, I've heard those exit instructions, and I passively pay attention. I'm going to pay attention next time. I mean, I remember looking at the stickers on the door and just kind of like, but I wasn't registering, okay, that's what I have to do. And she did it. I mean, she did it quickly. And yeah, we had a moment to grab our belongings. I mean, I had a bag underneath, and I was like trying to look for my phone, and I was thinking, I have to let my family know. But
Rebecca,
she was like, let's get off the plane.
Yeah, let's get off the plane. But I'm curious, when you first see the wreckage of the plane, what are you thinking when you see we were on that plane and this is what it looks like now?
I was thinking that I'm a walking miracle, and God gave me a second chance at life, and I could have almost not made it home to my boys and my family.
How old are your boys?
My oldest is 4.5, and my second is 2 years old.
And you have a young child too, Rachel. How old?
Yeah, she's going to be 3 in May.
So your kids, I'll bet you haven't told your kids what you've been through.
No, no. I just was happy to go home, and I've been smothering them. They've been like tired of me because I've just been giving them extra hugs and kisses, and they don't know what's going on. Yeah, they're like, I want chips. What are you doing?
But when you throw number one, I thought the door, it folds back, but you're clearly supposed to throw it out.
Yeah.
You put it to the side. Then you're on the wing. How far is it dropped from the wing to the ground? Because that seems like that could have been a very dangerous situation too.
So when I got out, there was an emergency personnel person waiting, and she told me to jump, and I was like, jump? And she was like, yes, jump. But it wasn't very, like, super high off the ground, but it was enough for when I jumped, I felt it in my knees and my legs. And it was a significant jump. What would you say?
Yeah, I looked it up, and a lot of these commercial jets that size are like 7 to 10 feet. It might have been closer to 7 or 8 feet. I mean, it was a pretty high jump.
Yeah.
What does this mean, though, guys, that you have survived this terrible accident? You know, for us, it's a news story. People move on. This is now your life. How has it changed you? What do you think it means in your life?
For me, the pilot saving us, I just want to find a way to live my life that honors them moving forward, because if it wasn't for their quick action and thinking, we wouldn't be able to sit next to you and have this conversation. So it makes me feel like I need to, the goals that I have, I need to not sit on them. Like, life is fleeting. The dreams that I want to accomplish, I need to get that done.
Rachel?
I'm still processing a lot of this, and you know, those pilots and their faces pop into my head a lot, and
Yeah.
you know, getting back to my neighborhood and it being somewhat of a sunny day. I went to my favorite bakery, and you know, I just think that maybe I wouldn't have had the chance to do this again. And
I am glad that you're both here and you survived and you can tell the story. We think about the pilots, the air traffic controller who admits that he made a mistake. Will you get on a plane again?
I think I would need extensive therapy. I do want to reclaim my strength in the future. I mean, flying is is the easiest way
To get?
I am actually getting on a plane today, which
Where are
is
you
a little
going?
insane, but I'm going to Japan. I had this trip booked, and
All right.
I feel a little out of my mind to do it, but at the same time, I know that I'll get on a plane again, and I
Getting
think
on one today.
I feel a little uneasy about it, but you know, you have to face your fears at some point.
Thank you both. Thank you both. Thank you both that you have each other, and I think you're forever bonded. Thank you,
Yes.
guys.